Hi, I'm Mrs. Maley, art teacher at Murray Middle School. Join me as I share fun and creative ways for you to make your own artworks. Welcome to the art room. Today we're going to create these fun name line designs. You get to choose your colors, you can add patterns, and make it your very own. Let's get started.
You'll need colored markers, white construction paper, and a messy mat to help keep things clean. You may also choose to start with a pencil. These are a few examples of the name line design. And to get started, you're going to begin with your white rectangle paper. And my rectangle paper is 12 by 4.5, but it doesn't have to be this size. This is just the size that I chose to do. Now the first thing you want to do is write your name, and it needs to be in the center of the paper, and it needs to be quite large. Now you may choose to write your first name, your last name, or your nickname. It really doesn't matter. You also want to choose a darker color to write it in. So I'm just going to choose a blue color, and I'm going to write the word Maley for my last name. Now you have choices when you write your name. You can write it in print style, and you could write it in cursive if you want. And if you don't know how to do cursive, that's okay. You don't have to do it that way. But this is what we're wanting, something like this, where there's space above and below the name. So it's going to be right about the middle of the paper. So I'm going to start by just drawing my letters. And if you're a little bit nervous to write your name and you're afraid you may get it in the wrong place on the paper, you can draw your name in pencil first and go right over it with your marker. Now, one of the things you can do if you print your name like I did, you can also add a little bit what I call flair to it, and just kind of add a little bit to the letters, something like that. The next thing you want to do is bold part of the letters to make some of the letters stand out a little bit more. Okay, next you're going to decide what colors you want to use. That's completely up to you as the artist, how you want to do that. I always like to look at my color wheel to help me make good color choices. Some people like to go more with warms, some people like to go more with cools, but it's totally up to you what you want to do as far as your colors. I think I'm going to go with a rainbow. So I've already got my markers laid out in a rainbow fashion. I think I'm going to start over here with my pink. Now what you want to do is imagine there's a line going right through the center of the letters. So I'm going to turn my paper this way because it's a little bit easier for me to imagine that line. So I'm just going to draw that line across. Now what I want to do is make this color go up and over all the letters all the way across to the other side. Once I go all the way across the top of the letters, the next thing I want to do is repeat that step and go underneath all the letters with that same color. Okay, as you're going over and under the letters, you may start to lose that part of the line that went through the middle, and that's quite okay. It really doesn't matter about that part. Okay, I'm going to my next color, and I just repeat that step. Okay, I'm going to keep going with my colors. And one of the things you can do as you're drawing your colors, you can keep following the curve that goes over and around each of the letters, just like I'm doing now. Or you can change up the line a little bit, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that on my next color. So I'm going to finish up my orange. Okay, moving to my next color, instead of the line falling right along closely to the one that was just before it, I'm going to make this a little jumpy line. It's just going to hop. Whatever I do on the top part, I want to repeat that on the bottom. Okay, my next color is going to be green. Now what I can do is continue with the hopping. Okay, my next color would be a blue. I'm actually going to go with a blue-green. Okay, next, my regular blue. Now, I can just keep going and adding more and more colors and fill up all these white areas. But another thing you might want to choose to do is draw some little designs out here in your background area, the area that's in the negative space around the positive space, which is your name. So here's a few examples. In this one, I just drew some little hearts and some little polka dots. This one, I added a few small butterflies. This one has some little swirls, kind of like little party swirls. This one, I even added a few flowers in there. It's really up to you how you want to do that. So you can decide what you want to add. I think I'm going to put, since I've got rainbow colors, I'm going to add rainbow polka dots up in the background. I'm just going to add a few little small dots just to help fill the space. But really, this can be anything you want it to be. Little swirls, little lines, any kind of small repeating designs. I think I'm happy with my artwork. This would make a great sign to go on your door, to your bedroom, or for your locker. You could frame it and hang it in your room, but it's a fun way for you to create a picture using your name. Here's another example of one that I made. It's a smaller rectangle. This one I'm going to use as a bookmark. So that might be a fun thing for you to do. You could even do some for your family or your friends and just have fun with it. There's lots of different ways that these can be created. So just take your time, have fun choosing colors and making beautiful works of art out of your name.
I hope you enjoyed creating your beautiful name line designs today. Remember to always believe in yourself, share your love of art with others, and make the world a more beautiful place. Until next time, this is Miss Maylie in the Art Room.